This is how you turn a 5-gallon bucket into a self-watering system in 3 minutes. And the number one mistake that causes root rot is at the end. Now, I know what you might be thinking. A bucket is just a bucket. But let me tell you, once you understand how water moves through soil in a small container, everything changes. The problem most people run into with container gardening is that the soil dries out too fast on warm days, and then it drowns the roots when you overwater trying to compensate. A self-watering bucket solves both problems at once, and it costs almost nothing to set up. Here is what you do. Step 1. Install an overflow drainage hole. You drill this hole exactly 3 inches from the bottom of your bucket. That 3-inch measurement is not a suggestion. It is the exact height you need to create a permanent water reservoir at the base without letting the soil sit in standing water above that level. When you water from the top, the excess drains out through that hole. The roots below that line stay in contact with moisture around the clock, drawing it up through the soil as the plant needs it. That is the magic of it. Step 2. Place a plastic mesh screen or a piece of weed barrier fabric flat across the inside base of the bucket. This layer separates the soil from the water sitting in that lower reservoir. Without it, your potting mix would slump down into the water over time, and the whole balance you are trying to create falls apart. A simple piece of mesh from any hardware store does the job beautifully. Step 3. Fill the bucket with a good quality potting mix. You want about 2 gallons of mix to get started, layered on top of that screen. Do not use garden soil from your yard. I want to be very clear about that. Garden soil compacts tightly inside a container and does not allow enough air movement around the roots. It will feel heavy and dense, and your plants will struggle. A proper potting mix is light and fluffy for a reason. It holds just enough moisture while still letting air circulate, which is exactly what your plants need inside a bucket. Those 3 steps create a system that waters itself from the bottom up, keeps roots evenly moist, and gives you far less to worry about on hot afternoons. Now, here is the number one mistake, and this is the one I promised you at the start. Most people who try this setup still end up with root rot, and they cannot figure out why. They followed the steps, they drilled the hole at the right height, they used potting mix instead of garden soil. But they skipped one small thing that makes all the difference. They did not add perlite. Even a quality potting mix can hold too much water in the tight space of a bucket. When those roots are surrounded by waterlogged soil with no room to breathe, they begin to suffocate. Roots need oxygen just as much as they need moisture. When oxygen cannot reach them, certain pathogens move in, and that is what causes root rot. It is not a watering problem, it is an aeration problem. The fix is straightforward. Add 1 quart of perlite for every 2 gallons of potting mix before you fill your bucket. Perlite is a light, white, volcanic material that creates tiny pockets of air throughout the soil. It does not break down, it does not compact, and it does not change the nutrition of your mix. It simply keeps the structure open so that even when your reservoir is full and the lower soil is moist, oxygen is still moving through. That one amendment is the difference between a thriving bucket garden and a frustrating one. Once your system is set up properly, your plants will draw moisture steadily from that bottom reservoir throughout the day. You will spend less time worrying about watering schedules, and within about 14 days of transplanting into a well-built bucket like this, you should notice stronger, more even growth compared to a standard pot. If consistent harvests from a small space are something you are working toward, this channel covers practical, evidence-based container gardening methods every single week.